Group G was up for grabs yesterday. All four teams coming into the final group game with a chance to progress. In the end, it finished Egypt 1, Iran 1, New Zealand 1, Belgium 5. The group concludes with Belgium and Egypt going through to the round of 32. As for Iran, they will await their fate when it comes to the third place teams. But we need to talk about Belgium first, because yesterday, Shaka, you said when we were doing the predictions, if Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku can turn it on, this can change for Belgium. And they did it. They left it late, but they got it done.
It can. I feel we have the same conversation about this version of Belgium that we've had so many years past. Incredibly talented. If it all comes together, they're a match for anyone. But we don't get to say that often enough. In this moment, in this tournament, when it was most needed, those players showed up, and Belgium looked at their best. Now, can they continue to repeat this form later on in the tournament against better opposition? As the number of games starts to take a toll, and I'm kind of thinking of De Bruyne in particular here, I'm not so certain. But this is Belgium at their promising best, albeit against a New Zealand side that, in many respects, made it easy for them.
Yeah, I think, look, we can talk about De Bruyne, we can talk about Lukaku and what the roles are and how important the roles may be for Belgium going forward in this competition. I think their most important player is actually Thibaut Courtois, and may just be the difference maker, because I think we can all agree that Thibaut Courtois is the best goalkeeper in the world currently. If he gets hot, he may just keep Belgium in games that otherwise they wouldn't be. I don't see this team as a real threat in this competition. They may advance out of the round of 32, and then after that, I'm not quite certain as to what their ceiling is, but their ceiling may be higher given the fact that Thibaut Courtois may get hot, and he's going to need to get hot because this team is going to give up chances.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because as we take a look at the bracket as it stands, we've got United States taking on Bosnia. For Belgium, it's possibly South Korea, could be Senegal. Then it takes us to the round of 16. So where you could have been talking for the US about an Egypt or a South Korea, it could likely be Belgium here. We know there's history there, Ale, but it sounds as though you think that could be okay for Pochettino's men.
Once you get into knockout competition in the World Cup, you eventually, if you keep up advancing, you're going to meet some good teams. And Belgium, while they're not great, they're good enough to, I think, be a real challenge for the United States. However, if we go back 12 years to 2014, where there was some history in terms of knockout competition between the United States and Belgium, and Tim Howard had to make 1,000 saves and this, that, and the other, this version of Belgium is nowhere near that version of Belgium. And I do think that there are certain things that the United States can exploit. And the pace with which the United States played their two initial games will affect Belgium. I don't think Belgium will like that at all. I don't think they will like the high press. I don't think they will like the counter press. I don't think that they're young enough through the midfield to keep up with that sort of energy and intensity. Now, the United States have to bring that attitude higher up the field. And if they do that, I think they're going to create turnovers and force issues against Belgium. Belgium it's an okay team. They're not an explosive team. They're not dynamic enough. And some would say, well, but they beat New Zealand. Yeah. Did you watch them play the first couple of games? Huh? Have you seen Lukaku out on the field? Huh? Does that guy look like he's in shape? Huh? Well, he's in a shape, but not the shape that you need to be. All I'm suggesting is that Belgium is not exactly the team that they once were. It's the leftovers of Belgium right now.
Did that make it clear to you, Shaka, that Ale's not quite as high on Belgium?
So he's not sold on Belgium. I got that. Listen, I'm with Ali on most of it. I'm not going to point at anybody's shape.
Wait, I just said he was in a shape.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Listen, as we sit right now, and yes, okay, kind of have an idea who the third place team against Belgium may be, if they negotiate that as maybe you'd expect, and the US does as I expect against Bosnia, those two meet. And I'll be honest, in terms of kind of the European teams in round of 16 that you may be able to meet, especially as a group leader, I'm taking Belgium here. I am from the US perspective, I am happy with that draw. I fancy who we are, our threat up against a talented but aging Belgium, as I described. Of course, you have to get there, you have to earn that right, but still, as paths go, until you come up to the next round, I don't think it could look any easier for the US right now.